So 9 years later, I finally got another Sebenza. So I started collecting knives in 2016. It's funny, like recently I looked back at my Amazon history, and the first nice, decent knife I bought was a Delica, then an Endura in 2016. Then I kind of went on a roll, as many of you probably have. You start watching YouTube videos, you start, wanting different things, and you collect knives pretty fast. Now, I believe I bought this guy in 2017, or maybe towards the end of 2017. This is a Sebenza 21. Now, what's so great about Chris Reeve Knives is that they acknowledge left-handed people's existence, which most makers do not do. They don't think that we're real humans. Now, righties, don't click off. I know you just zone out when I start talking about left-handed people. You can get this in a right-handed version as well. Anyway, I'll be really quick though. Like 95% of makers don't make left-handed models or a model that has a reversible clip when it comes to high-end stuff. Obviously, with more budget-oriented things, you have reversible clip knives, so on and so forth. And then out of those 5% of makers that do make a left-handed version, they literally make us do like Hunger Games against each other, trying to get those couple hinders that they release every 3 or 4 years or something, and they make us just eat our own. But anyway, my point here is that us lefties hate being left-handed when it comes to pocket knives. But then up on the shining mountain, you have Chris Reeve Knives, who not only makes their base models in left-handed, they make just about every model in left-handed. Oh, you want some micarta? Here you go, lefties. Here's some carbon fiber. Oh, we even made some special editions for you. For some reason, they have cracked the code and figured out that you can make money off of left-handed knives. So because of that, a lot of lefties, many lefties that collect higher end knives tend to have lots and lots of Chris Reeve knives. Obviously, they're awesome knives, but also there's just only so many makers that are doing this. So this is my full-size Sebenza 21. I really haven't used it much. I kind of babied it back in the day. I've never sharpened it. And then it started getting old, and then I just I don't really want to use it now. There's a 31. It's now rare. It's going to be an antique. So I have just barely used this knife. In Singo blade shape, S35VN. I mean, it's got like a few slug trails on it, like you can see right there, but you can send these in to Chris Reeve and they'll fix them up for you too. I'm not sure. I've considered selling this one recently to like a diehard historical collector that's looking for a lefty 21. So feel free to email me if you're interested. I haven't decided yet, but anyway, I just feel like it's too old for me to start using now. This one has that hole, which the 31s do not have. It has the traditional lock bar, right? It doesn't have the ceramic ball insert in it. Just recently greased this guy up and cleaned it up a bit. It's got pretty good action. I can thumb flick it like that. Tiny bit of lock stick, which is sort of known on this model, the 21s and before, because of that lock bar, and it has a pretty deep lockup, which Chris Reeve is known for. I did the whole lanyard delete thing right there, but I do still have the lanyard around somewhere. Gotta find the box for this though. Anyway, fantastic knife, but I always wanted a small version, and I wanted one that had micarta. And it's kind of funny, recently Metal Complex made a video of this exact same knife in the large version. I did order this before then. I'm not trying to copy anybody, but this is the knife that I've wanted for a long time. The 31 small with the drop point with black micarta. And this isn't one of those things where I've looked in this already and then I just put it back. I have not seen this yet. I wanted to do the unboxing on camera, so there we go. Then you got this guy right here. MagnaCut 63 to 64 HRC, black micarta, February 2026. I got this from, I think they're called Action Concepts on eBay, because I wanted the double thumb stud one, and they were the only ones that had it right now. Lots of other options out on different sites, but really wanted to try the double thumb stud. You got your little Sebenza assembly right there, a sticker. They really do their packaging up nicely. I mean, look at that. Even like a cool timeline here. This knife design is old. They've made, minimal changes along the way, but it's just a timeless design. All right, so now we got the knife right here. Before we open that up, you got your fluorinated grease. This is what you want to use on the phosphor bronze washers. They also give you some Loctite right there as well. and the Allen key for taking it apart. I'm not going to do it on this video, but they are really easy to take apart and reassemble. Like one of the easiest knives ever, as long as you put the washers back in the right spot and, you know, you don't go crazy on the grease or anything like that. Even then, you know, you can clean it up. But, you know, part of what's great about these is just kind of the minimalism of them and how solid they are and just timeless they are. So it's going to come wrapped up in this nice little handkerchief here. Ooh, and there we are. These usually do need some break-in. Let's try to just roll it out with the thumb first. Yeah, feels a bit tight. How does it feel in the hand? I wear size XXL gloves, so I have fairly big hands, but I do like a smaller 3-inch knife sometimes for EDC. It feels good to me. I mean, it's small, obviously. The handle's not as wide this way. It's not as long. It's thinner, I'm sure, but it still feels really nice. Get your thumb out there. I love having the micarta on there. Just gives it more of a warm feel, a little more texture as well. The lanyard, I'm not sure if I'm going to keep that on or take it off yet. We shall see. Now, these new ones do have the ceramic ball bearing lock face on it. You might be able to see it down in there on the lock bar. Maybe. Yeah, I can see the little ball down inside there. Not sure if you guys can. It feels pretty stiff. That's how Chris Reeves are, especially when you first get them. They're not huge, fidgety, crazy smooth action, drop shut action. That's not what they're known for. I'm going to attempt to reverse flick this. Nope. That's definitely not happening right now. Yeah, so I'm going to have to work this in. I don't even know if I'll be able to reverse flick this because that thumb stud is pretty close to the lock bar. So maybe I didn't need the double thumb stud, at least not with the smaller version. I think on the larger version here, you would have had a bit more room. And you can buy double thumb studs aftermarket as well. But it's all good. I wanted this one anyway. Great lockup. Super thin behind the edge. Really nice edge on that. Let's do some size comparisons real quick. So we got the 21 right here, the full size. The 31 full size is going to be close to the same with the Insingo blade. But even with the drop point blade, it'd be, you know, drop point or clip point. Not sure what you want to call that. I think Chris Reeve calls it a drop point. But even with that blade, it's going to be about the same. So you can see right there, there's definitely, you know, some difference going on. Like 1.5 inches, something like that. It's going to be closer to a pair of 3, but thinner. Screw it. I'm just going to measure it now. We're looking at like 6 7/8 length. Full size about 8 3/8. Now, there are definitely times where I want a bigger knife than this. I still use bigger knives sometimes. Like today, I've been carrying the Spyderco Edgerati, which is, you know, close to like that Shaman size in length, obviously lighter. So I do like larger knives, but this is a really nice like summer shorts knife or a gentleman's knife, but it still feels very solid to me. Doesn't feel like you'd have to baby it or anything. Feels very strong to me. Centering on these is always perfect because of the way that they design the pivot. With the Sebenzas, you don't really adjust the pivot. You screw everything on hand tight. You don't wrench it down, but hand tight. And because of the way it's designed up here, it's going to be centered out of the gate. And you can't really adjust your pivot or anything. You can on the Inkosi and the Umnumzon. That one you can kind of fine tune your action a bit more. Oh, there we go. I did it. That's going to loosen up. One more time. Yeah. All right. I'm going to nail the reverse flick on this at some point. I don't care how long I have to practice it. Not today. Oh, never mind. I did it. All right. It's doable. You just got to find the right angle. Still says Idaho made up there. I live in Montana, not that far away from these guys really. And like I said, very simple to take apart. You got the pivot screw right there. The scales come off. You got 2 phosphor bronze washers of two different sizes. And the lockup's just fantastic. And let's cut some U-line paper. Oh yeah. Got caught a little bit there. It's not the blade though, it's just the way that I landed on it. Sharper than most knives that you get right out of the box. So if you like high-end USA-made knives, you only like USA-made, a cool combo would be like this guy. When you're feeling a little more fancy, you want maybe more of a gentleman's carry, but still a very capable knife. And then maybe you want to be a little more casual, and you get the Crewwear Native 5 here that has micarta. That would be like a set it and forget it combo. You're covered, unless you want larger knives, of course. And in that case, you could do like a full-size Sebenza and a Shaman or a Bodacious. All right, so I think we'll end it there, folks. Really appreciate you watching my unboxing. If you do have some CRKs, let me know what you think. Let me know your favorites down in the comments as well. Are you more of a hard use big knife, Zahn type of guy, or an Inkosi type of guy? Or you appreciate the classics like the Sebenza? I'll put links in the description. If you use them, it does help out the channel at no additional cost to you. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and check out one of my others. That about wraps it up. Until next time, thanks for watching.